Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I had to give a talk about homosexuality the other week to a mixed audience of various faiths. And I said, as I truly believe, that Buddhism makes no distinction between homosexuality and heterosexuality. A friend of mine told me that His Holiness the Dalai Lama would not agree with me on this subject. To him, homosexuality would be a grave disorder. I have great respect for His Holiness the Dalai Lama as an outstanding Buddhist monk of our time. So, I think if we are to talk honestly about Buddhist faith, we must acknowledge that there are different strains of Buddhism throughout the world. First of all, there is Western consumer Buddhism. These people pick and choose what they care to believe in. Our founder, the Lord Buddha's philosophy. This is commonly known as supermarket Buddhist trends in the Western world. This is deeply dishonest, self-indulgent, in my opinion. I would like to discuss Tibetan Buddhism as practiced and proclaimed by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, a good man. I believe, however, this Tibetan Buddhist thought has been overly influenced by the folk memories and conditions of the country. Theravada Buddhism, in its purest form, rejects violence for whatever reason, as Buddhist teaching and scriptures encompass the concept of ahimsa, meaning not to injure, and this is a primary virtue in Buddhism. Buddhism taught by Gautama Buddha forbids violence for resolving conflicts. The Buddha's words, even if thieves carve you from limb to limb with a double-handed sword, if you make your mind hostile, you are not following my teachings. In Mahayana tradition, Buddhist violence is depicted in Sohai warrior monks during the Heian period. This is directly linked to the eco-shoe movement, which was considered an inspiration to Buddhists in the eco-shoe rebellion. It is interesting to note that in Osaka, the Buddhist monks defended their temple with the slogan, "The mercy of Buddha should be recompensed even by pounding flesh to pieces. Our obligation to the teacher should be recompensed even by smashing bones to bits." Killing in order that many may live is a concept which Mahayana Buddhism approves of. And almost all Japanese Buddhist temples strongly supported Japan's militarization. Theravada monks are not allowed to take part in any kind of violence for any reason. The benevolence of Buddhism, based on total pacifism, preached by the Buddha, shows that there is never justification for violence, and we can make a confident assertion that Theravada Buddhist doctrine is impossible to understand, even with the slightest thought of violence or intolerance. I also learned of a booze bar run by some Mahayana Buddhist monks in Tokyo. These monks seem to believe that consuming alcohol is all right, whereas Theravada monks are never expected to consume any alcohol. To most of us, mixing booze and religion would sound awfully strange, even outrageous. But the monks at Vov's bar in Yotsuya, Tokyo, it is all right to serve devotees or customers with awesome cocktails with religious chanting and blessings. Do you know that the 5 precepts we Buddhists observe daily include refraining from alcohol completely? And we are lay people. It is more conservative and is strongly believed to be closer to the original concepts preached by Lord Buddha. Mahayana Buddhism is not considered Buddha's words. The Mahayana strand originates from Indian masters going back to 10th century AD, which is more than 1000 years after the Buddha's time. Both Mahayana and Theravada Buddhism share the common basic Buddhist teachings of combating human suffering in this world. In Mahayana Buddhism, there is worship of gods called bodhisattvas. Theravada Buddhists do not believe in gods or pray to gods, spirits or entities. To Westerners, the worship of gods done by Mahayana Buddhists may seem similar as the Catholic veneration of saints. Theravada Buddhists try to achieve complete mental peace and total liberation by denouncing all material bonds. His Holiness, Most Venerable Dalai Lama represents Mahayana Buddhism, and though his words of peace and love have resonated with the Western world like they are concepts, that these are concepts that originated magically through his wisdom, the minds of Theravada Buddhists have been embedded for thousands of years already with ideas of love, compassion, and total avoidance from harming any living being. That's it for me today. See you next time. May all beings be safe from harm, safe from fear and greed. Be happy.